What's up, YouTube? Serious and silliness. Uncle John here. Read another interesting article. And this article that I'm about to show you, it actually shows the nature of women, but it shows the nature of women kind of by accident, if you will, right? And I'm going to get into it. So basically, this article is about this mother, this 44-year-old woman in Sacramento, California, who has an OnlyFans page. So people who don't know what OnlyFans is a page where I'm assuming women, maybe old people, I don't know, go on there, post nude photos, post nude videos, and do nasty things. And you could be a Joe Schmo, you could be a porno star, you could be anybody, and go on there, charge some money, and you make some money off of it. They a monthly payment, blah, blah, blah. And I think a lot of like escorts and exotic dancers, whatnot. I think they really were utilizing this tool to make money during the lockdown when they weren't able to go to work and so on and so forth, whatever. Well, apparently, regular women got wind of this too, and they decided to do it. But let me show the article because it's really interesting. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So apparently, here it is. Mom who makes $150,000 a month from OnlyFans says Catholic school expelled her 3 sons because of her page. So right off the bat, $150,000 a month. I find that hard to believe. Whatever, that's what the article says. Okay, I find that very hard to believe. Anyway, let's see. This woman, let's say a California mom of 3, is speaking out after she says her 3 sons were expelled from their Catholic school due to their presence on the adult site platforms OnlyFans. Okay. All right, so the first thing is, a Catholic school is a private institution. They could do whatever they want. Do I think it was necessary? No. Is my opinion, should they have the kids been thrown out of school? No. They had nothing to do with it. They probably didn't even know about it. But Catholic school is a private institution. They can do what they want. Okay. Here it gets better. Crystal Jackson tells people she's been infuriated by the response to her OnlyFans photos, which were leaked to Sacred Heart Parish in Sacramento by other parents and ultimately led her 3 sons, 8, 12, and 10, getting kicked out. My kids are really good, and this is doing it hurting to them. This is not doing nothing but hurting them. She is 44 years old. Take me down. That's fine, but leave my kids out of this. All right, blah, blah, blah. I didn't want, this is the best part. I didn't want to be put out there, but at some point I have to stand up and say, I can't take it anymore because this behavior is horrible. When contacted by people, Teresa Sparks, the principal at Sacred Heart Parish School, said she could not provide any information on this situation. All right. We cannot discuss the status of circumstances of any. What would you expect? I mean, what you think? She was going to sit down with People Magazine and talk about how they threw the kids out? Of course, she's not going to say anything. Anyway, so this is the girl. Obviously, she's 44. She's very attractive. And she decided, well, I'm going to make some extra money. Now, let's see. It gets, yeah, I mean, this is probably one of the more tasteful pictures, I would assume. Okay. All right. Now, here comes the BS. Crystal says she and her husband of 14 years, Chris, turned to the platform in September 2019 after experiencing marital problems that had them on the brink of divorce. I was missing that intimacy we had, and a lot of it was because I was going through menopause, she explains. No matter what you do, you don't feel attractive or sexy, so we tried different things to spice up the marriage. All right. I'm calling bullshit on that right off the bat. Right off the bat, I'm calling bullshit. Nobody joins OnlyFans to spice up their marriage. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2 is you didn't want to be put out there. You put yourself out there. You took the chance that somebody was going to recognize you. You put yourself out there on this website and people see you. I don't believe your kid should have been kicked out, but these are the chances that you take when you do things like this. I mean, once again, like no accountability, right? That's one aspect of a woman's nature right there. No accountability. It's not like I should have never did this. right? It's, I'm the victim. Once again, I understand that you have your own decisions and you're making money doing this, but you got to be a little accountable. You did do this, you did put yourself out there, and this was possible that you can get it recognized. The other thing is, she's married and her husband was cool with her doing this. I'm calling simp. I'm calling cuckold. I'm calling sucker. No man with a backbone will let his wife pose nude online for men to look at and fantasize about. I certainly wouldn't. No man I know would. Well, no man I hang out with or family members I know would. That's crap. So I'm calling this guy is a simp sucker. And his wife wanted to do this and make money. And I truly don't believe she was making $150,000 a month. I mean, that's just ridiculous. I mean, she's not that hot. I mean, she's an attractive woman, but I don't know. I wouldn't pay to see her naked. But that's just me. Whatever. All right. Though she was agreeable to using the platform, Krista says she didn't think anyone would actually subscribe. Obviously, no one is going to come see a mom. That's ridiculous. Oh my God. Okay. All right. More bullshit. People are going to see me. No, stop. Nobody wants to see me naked. A 44-year-old mom. Every 19-year-old kid wants to bang a 44-year-old mom. That is the fantasy of young men. Just go on any porno site. There's MILF stuff everywhere. There's cougar stuff everywhere. This is such crap. This woman is so full of crap. Okay. But it turns out that the mom next door image is exactly what no shit. All right, whatever. Okay, here we go. Another picture of her. All right. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. All right. Apparently, the first month she made $14,000. And it was like, what? Krista recalls noting that she and Chris now make $150,000 per month for daily photos and posts, of all which were pretty tame. Yeah, I'm sure. Okay. All right. So if you make that much, so you mean to tell me, you want me to believe that this person, who's a good-looking person, but not extremely gorgeous, that I would want to pay to see her naked, you're going to tell me that this woman makes $150,000 a month with pictures that were quote unquote pretty tame? I'm again calling BS, calling bullshit. I don't believe that for a second. God in heaven. All right. And here we go. Again, it was a way I can work out our intimacy and you live out my fantasies. Oh, it's a way I can work on our intimacy and live out my fantasies. So basically, you like the attention, because it says right here, I can live out my fantasies. So you like the attention, which most women do, is like the attention. So you put yourself out there, you made some money, and you probably really enjoy doing this, because that's the truth. It has our relationship so much better. This is such crap. Okay, this is crap. All right. The guy's a simp. She wanted to do this because she's sick of him and she wants her fantasy lived out. All right. No man with any backbone will let his wife do this. No. This is a game changer right here. That's crap. Anyway, all right. But look at it. She's very attractive. Okay. And she has that all-American look, which apparently people seem to like. I'm not really into it. I'm into more of the porno look girl, but whatever. All right. So then basically, here it goes. Now it gets really good. Soon, Krista says a group of community moms went after her, bringing the photos to the school and relentlessly urging that her sons be kicked out. Okay. So apparently a group of Karens caught wind of this, got really jealous that this beautiful woman was on OnlyFans making a lot of money, and brought it to the school's attention. I don't put my site out there. You have to look for it. It's also not hurting anyone, and it's none of their business. Okay. Agree, and I disagree. I disagree. I'm not putting my site out there. Yes, you are. Okay, putting nude photos on a site where people can pay and look. You're gonna take the chance that people are gonna notice. Period. End of story. Okay, it's not, you're not doing this behind closed doors with your husband. You're making this public. You're putting it on a platform where anybody with a laptop could see you. So I'm not buying that. Now, the other part is it's not hurting anyone. No, but now it is because it's hurting your children. And it's none of their business. Correct. It is none of their business. These women that were probably all fat, ugly Karens were so jealous. It's just ridiculous. And it is none of their business. I mean, I don't understand. What did you expect to claim from that? I don't want to hear your moral positions because that's all crap. That's all bullshit. Okay, Crystal claims the groups of moms even went so far to print out all of her photos from OnlyFans and send them anonymously in a packet in the principal bishops and church. Oh my God. All right. Really? I mean, that was probably a nice surprise for the bishop. Anyway, whatever. But I mean, come on, man. What do these women gain from doing this? What do you gain from doing this? Now you got 3 kids that are thrown out of school, and now the whole neighborhood knows that their mom is a dirty woman, this dirty little girl, this dirty MILF on OnlyFans. And I guarantee that her OnlyFans account went up after this, and she's making even more money because now every teenage kid wants to take a look at this. And don't tell me they don't have ways, credit cards, debit cards, whatever, of doing this. All right. So, and the dads on top of that say, what's her name? Is it that hot woman from that school? Blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, they're going on here, and they are checking it out. There's no question about it. I know I would if like some hot girl, like I'd be interested in seeing what she looks like. If she was like, my kid's classmate's mother, I would look. So the only thing he really did was get these kids kicked out. Now they feel stupid because now everybody knows that their mother's on here. And you probably made this woman even more money. And you gave her 15 minutes of fame because People Magazine is calling to interview her. It was disheartening, especially because it was a very raw email and laid out all the reasons they were doing this. The mom of 3 explains, adding that she was later removed as a second grade class mom by the school following parent concerns. Adding that she was later removed as a second grade class. What the hell does that mean? Some PTA? I mean, come on. I mean, look at that. I mean, all right. So here's another photo of her. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, God. Okay. Where are we? We are an average couple just living our lives, but this whole mentality of harassing a mom to get her kids out of school, I have a hard time wrapping my head around that, she explains. All right, look, you took a chance. I said that, let's say this again. If this woman said, which no woman would ever, but if this woman would said, look, I took a chance. All right, it's good money. Me and my husband decided that this is what we were going to do. I knew there was a possibility of getting exposed and people knowing me, but I didn't think my kids would get thrown out of school. Then I would be completely on board with her. But we are an average couple just living our lives, but this whole mentality of harassing a mom to get her kids out of school, oh God, shut up, lady. Oh God. Okay, but anyway, here's the best part. I've never gotten other people's business, and I'm not judging you for your choices, she adds. If women could just support each other, the world would be a better place. Well, that's the problem, right? Women don't get along. They are jealous of each other. It's their nature. And this is what happens when you have a bunch of jealous Karens. Now, here's the best part of the article. Okay, I read like 3 different articles on it. How did the women actually find out? Well, I'll tell you. One of the dads was on OnlyFans and noticed this woman and realized that it was his son's classmate's mom. I don't know how. I don't know how he realized it. Okay. I don't know. I know none of my brothers know who the mothers of their kid. You know, I don't get it. Whatever. Okay. Maybe he's like, his, maybe his wife is like, oh, you have to be part of whatever, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Whatever. I don't know. Okay. So then this jerk, apparently, according to the two other articles I read about this jerk actually tells his wife, and his wife has a hissy fit and tells the other moms, and they get real jealous, and this whole thing blows up. Okay. One of my favorite movies is The Godfather, and there's a great scene with Marlon Brando, and he meets Salazzo. He's a drug dealer. Marlon Brando doesn't like the idea of him being a drug dealer, and he says to him, the political connection that I have that you want, because they're having a meeting, and this guy is interested in his political connections because he wants to gain ground in the drug game. So he's going to Marlon Brando because he has political connections. And he says to him, the political connections that I have that you want would no longer be friendly toward me because drugs is a dirty business. And then he says to him, it doesn't make a difference what a man does for a living, you see? That's what he tells him. Basically, what he said is, I'm not going to get involved with you, but I know it's not my business what you do for a living. That is not the mentality of women. Women see money, they see beauty, and they get jealous. And they take a moral stand. I'm going to go to the high school and I'm going to tell them. And you tell them, and now you get your 3 kids kicked out, okay, of school. And now these kids are getting probably verbally abused. I know if I was a kid and I found out that, my be like, what? So-and-so's mom's a hoo, yeah, so-and-so's mom's a dirty bitch. I'd be all one of those kids, So what, I mean, what'd you prove? What'd you do? Got 3 kids kicked out of school, right? You probably made this woman's money go up because now she's like, 15 minutes of frame. I guarantee the account went up. I guarantee it. There's no question about it. Right? And what'd you prove? You just proved that you don't want that kind of mom. You don't want that kind of mom paying to go to school with their kids together, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's ridiculous. Okay. It's ridiculous. All right. The woman is not accountable whatsoever. Right. Which is a definite characteristic of women. And jealousy is also and gossip is also a terrible characteristic of women. And then taking extreme steps as they did, and now the kids are kicked out of school. I mean, when I lived in Staten Island, my next door neighbor, he wasn't a blue collar guy. He wasn't a square guy. He was a criminal. Okay. All right. He did loan sharking and gambling, and he had speakeasies and so on and so forth. And this was when I was a kid. Nobody said anything. Nobody cared. Nobody cared. Nobody cared. Nobody just nobody called the police and said, my neighbor. No. And it wasn't that they feared him. It was just like nobody really cared. He doesn't bother us, so we won't bother him. Bill Burr does a skit on he thinks that women should punch each other in the face because they need to know how it feels. Because in the man's world, if a man crosses a line, he knows he crosses a line. He knows he's going to get blasted in the face, and that's the circumstance. That's the consequence, rather. That's the consequence of what was going to happen. Well, in a woman's life, that doesn't happen, right? There was no blah blah blah. That doesn't happen. And they're not going to have any consequences. And if there is any consequences, they're just going to, whip it around in a mental blender, how they're not accountable and how they did the right thing and blah, 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 and so on and so forth. And same thing with the girl that actually put it out there. She's just whipping it around. I'm the victim, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you put it out there. You put it out there. You were taking a chance, and then it happened. People recognized you. I don't know. Anyway, this article just like rubbed me the wrong way, and it proves everything that I've been saying this whole time. So I just figured I'd share it with you. That's the extent of it, you know. And the story is, I mean, basically the lesson is, if you're on OnlyFans and you're a dude and you recognize somebody, keep your mouth shut and just enjoy it and enjoy the fantasy. Jesus Christ, an idiot. Do me a favor, subscribe, like, comment, share. Later, guys.